my place, and I am welcome.
Hey everyone, welcome to Unity of York Region Sunday service. We're so glad that you're here to join us. I suggest that for the best recording, you put your you click on speaker view in the top right hand corner of your screen. Please mute yourselves and turn off your video. Thank you. So let's get started, shall we, with music. My soul is welcome here.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome here.
Well, isn't that interesting? Yes, I will try and be better about changing the slides on time. Sorry about that. So let's start with prayer, shall we? Take a moment and take a deep breath and center on your heart. Breathe into your heart. Know that there's only one power and one presence active in the universe and in our lives, God the good, omnipotent. We come together today to celebrate that one power and one presence in each of us. As the Christ presence, the Buddha presence, our higher self, whatever your name is, for that energy of spirit in you. We know that there are many faces for God, many ways to worship God, many names for God, but there's only one. It's all one in many manifestations. And we bless and honor every spiritual gathering today and this week, no matter how or what they celebrate that presence of God. For there is only us. There's only we. There is no they. We are grateful for this opportunity and grateful for those who are here and those who are elsewhere celebrating in their own way. And so it is. Amen. Unity of York Region is a part of the Unity Worldwide movement. And so we encourage every single Unity group to hold that same vision for unity and for their group as Unity Worldwide. So picture we are all, this whole world, focusing on one thing, and this is our vision. Let's say it together. A world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. But what is ours to do here at Unity of York Region? That is our mission, which is to be a vibrant, thriving spiritual community, serving the world by embodying unity principles of higher consciousness. And how do we embody them? We embody them by studying them, by living them, by being them, by allowing God to express through us as spirit. And then putting these all together, let's affirm God is, I am, we are together transforming the world. And during the month of August, the entire Canadian movement affirms the prosperity and peace in these two Unity Centers, Unity Center of Winnipeg in Manitoba and Unity Christ Center of Truth in Etobicoke. Both little almost study groups, their ministry is so small. And so we just hold them in light and love and see their congregants and their leaders just being full of God's Spirit no matter what's going on during these interesting times. And now the daily word is going to be read by Carolyn Kingston today. So, Carolyn, I invite you, if you're here, yes, to unmute yourself. I'll unmute you. And then go ahead and read the daily word for today, which is appreciation.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. Yes, today, appreciation. I am grateful for the good in my life. Today, I take time to appreciate the abundance that surrounds me. I notice the beauty of the natural world, the talent and dedication behind the music and art I enjoy, and the skill and commitment of the people who work to maintain a safe and orderly world. The more I focus my attention on everything I have to appreciate in my life, the more I notice even more blessings. I am eager to share the gift of appreciation, so I give my full attention to someone I care about as we share a meal or a favorite activity, or simply a quiet moment together. Feeling grateful for my life's blessings, I feel renewed appreciation for the love and beauty that enriches my life. And from Luke 10:23, then turning to the disciples, Jesus said to them privately, "Blessed are the eyes that see what you see."
Thank you so much, Carolyn.
You're welcome.
So now let's repeat the affirmation together. I am grateful for the good in my life. So Unity of York Region has active prayer chaplains, and we encourage you to contact us if you would like a prayer, one-on-one prayer, especially during these times. we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Or you can always call Silent Unity 1-800-NOW-PRAY. Unity was formed on prayer, and we believe in the power of affirmative prayer to make a difference in our world. So this summer, we're having an exciting series of classes in our study group on Zoom on Thursdays. This week, we're looking at the video, Focus on Yourself with Tony Robbins. There's a lot of lively discussion. First you watch the video and then have some questions to focus on, and it's a wonderful way to come together on Zoom and have a chat with people who share the same beliefs and consciousness to just talk about what's going on in your life, focusing on yourself. This is interesting because so many times we're told, no, it's not about you. So I wonder what Tony means. Have to see. And next week, Sheila Maillet will be talking to us about the key to peace and freedom. This month's theme is acceptance. And so she writes, acceptance is a key to our deepest growth and joy. The richest ground for discovery is in the field of self-acceptance. And this does not mean we settle or use acceptance as justification for inaction. So come and look at the paradox as Sheila looks at it with us next Sunday. Now it's time for music as we get ready for Randie's speaking to us today.
I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, all is well. And every day I affirm and pray that I'm blessed with everything I have. I release my fear, 'cause it's all so clear. I am held, I am loved, I am safe. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I am well, I am well, I am well. And now I see what my life can be when I trust in the process and have faith. And now I know when I just let go that I have all I'll ever need. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I am well, I am well, I am well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, surrender. All is well. All is well. All is well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well. All is well. I am well. I am well. All is well. All is well. I am well. Ooh.
Don't you love that? Karen Drucker and the Supremes. Oh, that is so cute. And now, please help me greet Randie Jacobs.
Hey everybody, I am delighted to be a part of your service today. Each of us is on a journey of discovery, a discovery of who and what we are. We are meant to experience an evolution of our consciousness. And one of the ways that we do that is by releasing any negativity of the past, anything that keeps us stuck, and focus on the here and now and the future. That is what we are meant to be doing. And as you know, what we focus on expands. So it's important that we focus on positive aspects of ourselves and our world. And examples of people who have released the past and released resistance to letting go are all around us. People who have embraced the wonderfulness that they are. And one of the examples that I like to refer to is in Genesis 19:26, and that is the story of Lot's wife. Now, if you remember, she was told not to look back, and she did, and she turned to salt. And that is a powerful, powerful lesson for us, to focus on moving forward, to let go and move on. Another example that I have found really awesome is in the movie Frozen. Now, you may remember, if you've seen the movie, that one of the main characters, Elsa, retreats to a mountaintop because she has this power that ice comes from her hands, from her fingertips, and she doesn't want to embrace that power. And she inadvertently turns everything in her kingdom around into ice. And the townspeople don't really understand her, and she flees to a mountaintop. And then her sister goes to try and find her and tell her that she just really is loved. And in that movie is the song, Let It Go. And to me, this song is so amazing. And I never knew that so many people had an emotional connection to this song. And when I went on the internet and looked on about what does Let It Go in the movie Frozen mean to you, I was amazed. There was all kinds of comments from people, from disabled groups, from LGBTQ plus groups. All kinds of people expressed that this song was like an anthem to them, that told them that all the haters, as they put it, didn't really affect them, and that they knew that they were awesome and that they could be just who they were. So for me, this song is about releasing the past, releasing any negativity that you may have felt yourself, or that people may have told you, or any opinions from society. Release it, don't focus on it, and be who you are. And as you do that, you will evolve like you are meant to be. So let's just take a look at some of the words and some of the lines from this song as we talk about how important it is to release resistance and get on with your life. The song starts out when Elsa talking about how she's alone in isolation. And that's a feeling that many of us could have. We may feel at different times in our lives. And she says, the snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen, a kingdom of isolation. And it looks like I'm the queen. And then Elsa talks about struggling to conform. And all the while she knows deep down she wouldn't be happy fitting in and keeping the real her in. And she talks about this by the wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in. Heaven knows I've tried. Don't let them in. Don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel. Don't let them know. Well, now they know. It's all about being different. And it's at this point, which is a pivotal point in the movie and in the song, Elsa makes the decision to accept who she is and be happy about her uniqueness and her special powers. And what she is essentially doing is focusing on the wonderfulness that she is, not the past, any negativity. She's focusing on the here and now and everything that's good about her. She's releasing the past so it has no effect on her. So she's basically reframing the past and making it part of her experience, but it no longer has a negative effect on her. And then she's getting on with her life with this newfound feeling that she is amazing. And the things that make her unique are things that she can be proud of. And there's a lesson for us there too. Now, I'd mentioned I went on to see what other people had said about what this song meant for them. And I found one post, and there was a lot of positive comments around it. And it said this: if you're not sure what to do, ask yourself what Elsa would do. And then move forward, test your limits, and belt this song out. And I thought that this was excellent advice that any of us can do. So, when you're not sure what to do, ask yourself, what is mine to do? What should I do now that's positive? And then move forward on it, just like Elsa did. One of my favorite books is by Alan Cohen. It's called The Dragon Doesn't Live Here Anymore. And I would really recommend, if you haven't read that book, to read it. And in the book, he says we must release the past in order to make room for the new. And that is so true, isn't it? Clinging to past hurts, past bitter memories only weigh us down. He quotes the prayer of St. Francis. It is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. It is in dying that we are born to eternal life. So it's by releasing and surrendering that we are born anew. And it's important to see that there are things that we need to let go of, but it's more about our attachment to them. When we remove ourselves from things, but if we keep the mental ties to them, we might as well be with them. And then Elsa forcefully makes the decision to let it go. And sometimes we have to put a bit of force when we let something really go, have some ritual to it, or do something that very definitely shows to ourselves that we're letting it go. And she says, let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. And I don't care what they're going to say. And yes, turn away and slam the door works for some people. But there are other people where the image of slamming a door just doesn't do it for them. And in those instances, what they like to do is picture their past as an imaginary character or energy or whatever it is, and they bid farewell to the past at a door, thank the past for its well-meaning actions that it did, maybe to protect them or whatever, and then bid the past goodbye. Send it on its way, and then continue on forward themselves. So whatever works for you, then that is an image. Take one of those images to let go of the past. Now think for a minute that you have an imaginary backpack on your back. And in that backpack are all the past hurts, past slights, negative thoughts that have happened to you, that people have said to you, you've thought yourself, any experiences from the past that are negative. And then when you walk around with that and it gets heavy and heavy and heavy. And sometimes you're not sure why you feel like you're kind of weighed down. Well, in my opinion, it's because of that imaginary backpack. And sometimes when you get feeling down or lonely, you take that backpack off your back and you start rummaging around in it, remembering stuff from the past. And that doesn't do ourselves any good and anybody else. So how about the next time you start feeling like that, you take off that backpack and you just throw it away. Throw it away, because that's what we do with garbage. We throw it away. And that's exactly what it is. Garbage that's weighing us down and needs to be thrown away. You know, we say that we are light, and we are. We are brilliant light. But you know what? Sometimes our light is covered up with grime, with stuff from the past, and we need to sort through that stuff. Get it off of us, off of our light, and let it go. And that's the only way that our light will shine brilliantly, is if we get that muck off our light, deal with it, and let it go. And then Elsa says, it's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. Isn't that so true? Sometimes it's distance, sometimes it's time, sometimes it's we've evolved in our thinking. And many of us have looked back on situations that may have been hurtful at the time and very intense, but time and our learning helps us to see it in a different light. And Martha Creek says something really interesting about it that I find so helpful about negative or stressful situations. She said, did you like it? No. Did you love it? No. Did you get through it? Yes. You have everything you need to get through negative situations from the past, or you may be going through right now. You will get through them. Catherine Ponder, in her book, Open Your Mind to Prosperity, talks about the need to reframe how we think about any lost years of pain and loss. She says that the thought of loss, lodged in the conscious and subconscious phases of the mind, causes many and perhaps most of life's difficulties. Instead, change your thinking about years of pain and shame. Catherine says that those lost years must be restored in your thinking as years of growth and learning, and therefore years of good, regardless of appearance, any appearances. Release all anxiety or condemnation of yourself or others about your past. She says your good is eternal. It cannot be taken from you, but it can be blocked by your own attitudes, thoughts, and actions. But by the law of divine restoration, all the good that you've not recognized or claimed in the past has not been lost. It has been dammed up in the invisible awaiting your recognition and claim of it. All it takes is relabeling the past, letting it go, and blessing it and welcoming your good. I invite you to read Catherine Ponder's Open Your Mind to Prosperity. It's a wonderful, powerful book, and especially the chapter on divine restoration. If you want more prosperity in your life, this is a great book to read. So with a bit of time to put the past in perspective and move on, Elsa says, it's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Free from the attachment of the past, free from limiting beliefs, free to be who she is. And we can all take lessons from that. Elsa is putting her own spin on her future. She says, let it go, the past is in the past. Let it go, and I'll rise like the break of dawn. There's something so empowering and strong about that statement. And we can let the past go and stand strong for the future. We control our thoughts. We can move on. And finally, Elsa says, here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. She feels stronger, more firm in who she is. And the cold can be comments that other people make, their opinions, and maybe people's thoughts about how we should be and how we should act. And instead she's saying, I'm taking my stand. Those comments, that might be all around me, but I know who I am, and I'm happy with who I am, and I'm going to revel in that and embrace who I am. And as you let your light shine and you go forward, there may be storms that appear around you and coldness that you feel from other people or other situations. Not that we're going and asking for it, but that might happen. And just know that you are strong beyond measure. You have everything that you need to get through whatever it is you're experiencing right now. And you know, sometimes we need to seek out some classes, do some reading on skills that we can develop to be even stronger. And if that's yours to do, then maybe now is the time. And also, we can spend time around people who affirm how wonderful that we are, who love us and are positive around us. And that may be something that you need right now, so seek it out. And if you haven't watched the movie Frozen, or maybe you have, I invite you to go back and watch it. And if you only have a little bit of time, then perhaps just listen to the song, Let It Go. It's a really good song, empowering song to listen to. And if you remember nothing else, remember this. When it comes to your spiritual journey, it's important to let it go and move on.
Thank you, Randie. And now let's prepare for meditation.
Settle back, close your eyes, free your mind, just be. Watch your breath come and go as it takes you out to sea. God is here, loving you. What is calling
And now let us join together in consciousness. Right here, right now. Just let us stop the busyness that may have been part of our day today. Stop the busyness of your mind and become still. And realize that this is a special time for you. A time to go into the quietness of meditation. Contemplation. A gentle focusing of the mind. So right now, find the most comfortable position for you to be in. And today, as we go into this time of meditation, let us be aware of our presence in this sacred moment, the time of inner peace. So now just focus on your breathing. Big breath in through your nose. Big breath out through your mouth. Breathing so very relaxed, so very effortless. And focusing on breathing and relaxation can happen at any time. And now being totally balanced, safe, and secure right here, right now, know that you are exactly where you need to be. And you are light. And at any time, you can just take a few moments to focus on your breathing, just like now. You can slow things right down and send relaxation through your entire body. You are light. You are perfect just as you are. And as you relax and let your mind drift a little bit in this contemplative state, we will go into the brief period of silence with this affirmation. Each day, I celebrate my life. Each day, I celebrate my life. And we will go into the silence. And there is a great truth that we are unique. We are wonderful just as we are. As we start to become more aware of the feeling of our body against wherever we are sitting right now, we know that human beings have a spark of the divinity within them, the Christ spirit within, and that is within each one of us. Our very essence is of God, and therefore we are inherently good. There is no situation where divine presence is not there. And we know that we affirm and create our own happiness through an attitude of harmony within ourselves. And as we start to end this period of relaxation, this period of contemplation, we can become more fully aware of the energy in our body and know that spirit is alive in every cell of our body. And divine energy flows. This vibrant energy flows through us, energizes and revitalizes. Every part of us is alive and vibrant. We give conscious awareness and thanks for that conscious awareness of our divine nature that is building each and every day. We know that we are strong. We know that we have all that we need to live in the here and now and to get on with our divine purpose. We let it be so, and so it is.
Thank you so much, Randie. That was fascinating. I really must go back and look at Frozen again. I had forgotten about the whole story theme. Yeah, I love when we take something modern like that and look at it for ourselves. There's so many messages in the movies that are current. Thank you. I forgot to introduce Randie. Of course, you now, she's been here a few times, so you know that Randie is a Unity minister. She was ordained just this past June, and she is the secretary for the Unity Canada Board. She's a professional member of the Canadian Association of Professional Speakers and has traveled extensively doing workshops and seminars on suicide prevention and grief. And so we're very pleased to have Randie here. She's loves to spend time in nature and goes up to Northern Ontario quite often. So she'll be doing that with this nice weather. Now is the time for our love offering. Behind the scenes, Unity of York Region is actively working to establish an online presence for Sunday services and other activities to continue supporting your spiritual wellness. And so in recognition of the ongoing efforts and expenses, you're invited to be an active partner in the divine flow and substance, nature, and presence that Unity York Region is, because it's you. And so as we give, so do we receive. This is the universal law of giving and receiving. It's only when the flow is in both directions that we thrive. So let's contribute regularly, even when we aren't meeting in person in Sunday or in the class. And so the way to do that, the easiest way, is by either e-transferring directly from your bank to Unity York Region bank account. And the way that you do that is to go to your bank, set up an e-transfer, and then the email that you put in is contact@unityyorkregion.com. And it's automatically deposited, so you don't need to have a security question or anything. Another way that's really easy is by clicking on the link in the weekly email, which connects you to Tithely, where you can actually set up recurring monthly giving, so you don't have to wonder, oh goodness, have I given? Did I not give? What have I given? And so it will automatically do it for you. There is a small fee to do that, and so we encourage you to include that in your giving as well. Or you can always write a check and mail it to us at the Young Street, Aurora address that's in the email that comes out. So there's many ways to give. Let's say our offering blessing together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. God is my source. Thank you, God.
My gift goes forth on the wings of love, and it lands where it can heal and bless. It returns to me, multiplied 1,000-fold, as the universe says yes, yes, as the universe says yes.
I love that. As the universe says yes, you know that the universe is always saying yes to our prayers, no matter what they are. And now let's close our service with the prayer of protection, followed by the peace song. Had a moment there. And then Robin will lead us in the go forth blessing. Together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well.
That was meant to be, with God as creator, family are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now, with every step I take. Let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Robin.
We are now surrounded and enfolded by the pure white light of Spirit. Nothing but good shall come to us, and only good shall go from us. Go forth in peace, radiant health, and great love. Amen.